Well, like many men's health issues, it's not a topic that you'll often hear discussed and can often be written off just like a midlife crisis. But now there's proof that there really is what's called menopause for men.
In medical terms, it's known as andropause and is caused by a drop in testosterone, which can start to occur in blokes as young as 30. But the impact of tiredness and lethargy can be minimised with some simple diet and lifestyle changes. And clinical nutritionist Sarah Lorenzo has been researching this one for us. Good morning, Sarah. So what happens when men go through andropause?
So men go through andropause and there's a variety of symptoms that men will experience. So they will, first of all, they'll be lethargic, they'll have a low mood, they can have a lowered self-confidence, feel depressed. As also sleep is a big factor. Sleep apnea can be linked to andropause. Lowered libido, lowered muscle mass, an increase in fat, especially around the abdominal, and men can get thicker in the skin, so they become a little bit more jowsy. As well, in some cases, you can see things like gynecomastia, which is breast tissue, even sweating, as well as hot flashes, and it will happen in around 30% of men.
Snippy? Can you get snippy?
Yes, irritable and irritable and moody.
I was going through a three-quarter life crisis, Sarah. I've just been quietly ticking a few of those boxes.
So what should people? What should men do if they suspect that they might actually be suffering from this?
Okay, so first of all, exercise, reducing stress, getting some good sleep is really important, but including in your diet foods that we know naturally will boost testosterone, which are full of things like zinc, magnesium, vitamin D, as well as antioxidants. So over there on the first podium, I've got some prawns, I've got some oysters, some beef, and they're all rich in zinc. And then I've got the tuna there, which has got some vitamin D in it, some magnesium in the beans and the leafy greens. But over there, which looks a bit different to that podium, I've got pomegranates and ginger. Recent studies have shown that a pomegranate juice, a glass every day for 2 weeks, can significantly improve testosterone production by 24%, and in 3 months, daily ginger at 17.7% an increase in testosterone.
Wow.
It's interesting.
That's amazing.
Really good research on
the humble pomegranate.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It might be your new favourite fruit.
It could well be. Stop looking at me like that, Monique. What do we got on podium 2 here? There's also some pomegranate in there.
You can actually start sampling that. So what I've done is I've created a great way to start your day. If you're a male that is experiencing andropausal symptoms, I mean, of course, all men are going to do the surf and turf. They're going to eat prawns and they're going to have oysters. But this is a bowl I've made. Now, I've got pomegranate juice in there. I've got pomegranates. It's a great way to start your day. I think it's something that you could do. It's got the ginger in there. So that's the key features. Now, you can also put it in a smoothie if you're in a rush. But if you did this every day, you would see such a substantial increase. And I want to point out that testosterone is also important for hair growth, for muscle and bone, not just a sex hormone. How are you going there?
I can feel the testosterone increasing by the moment.
I can see your hair growing.
We should point out that we're eating from different sides and we're only
doesn't feel all that COVID safe, Monique? Could you
it doesn't feel that COVID safe.
Step away a little?
But that is really yummy.
Yeah, great.
Delicious.
Yes.
Now let's get into all the things that I do wrong.
OK, so what I'm actually here, so HSC is coming up on Tuesday, and a lot of kids have had a really, really rough time, and it's really tough for them. And I mean, I think in Melbourne they had like 7.5 weeks of school. So with what I want to showcase here is if you're going to an exam and you're sitting there for 2 hours to an exam, quite possibly the worst thing you could eat, which is going to actually block your brain and your thinking process, make you feel cloudy, you'll probably get hungry halfway through, would be all of these foods here.
It's so tempting, though, because I remember back to my year 12, you know, you're just looking for that energy blast. I survived on V and chocolate for the whole lead-up. But, you know, so those things can actually make you perform worse.
Yeah, because what it does is you'll just you have a drop in blood glucose levels and you'll feel fatigued. You're just not going to get the best out of your performance.
So what will enhance our brain performance?
Okay, so foods basically, it's a slow-release carbohydrate coupled with a protein. So things, if you can stomach it before an exam, like eggs on whole grain toast or some granola with some yogurt. But what I've done over here is I've created a smoothie. Now, people feel anxious before an exam. They generally don't don't want to eat. I've got a lot of ingredients in here that are really fantastic to have an hour before an exam that will give you a good slow release of energy. I've got some cinnamon in there for blood glucose stabilisation. Banana, which is has got some good energy, but it's also coupled with fibre, so it's got a nice slow release. And then I've put in there some nut butter as well, I've got some protein powder in there. So you're going to get a good, nice, sustainable release of energy.
Performance-enhancing smoothie.
Yeah, it's my... Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
It's so good.
So also, I want to point out to anyone doing HSC, always remember, brains love to be hydrated. A glass of water before an exam, hydrated brains will work better, and you will not be hungry, and you're going to... My daughter, who's doing HSC on Tuesday, will be having that for breakfast.
Good luck to her.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
We love your work, Sarah. Great job as always. Thank you for the advice.
Thank you, thanks.
Yes, and I've got... My thoughts are going out to my two gorgeous girls, Lulu and Heidi, who are doing their HSC
I've got a
too.
fistful of pomegranate.
Go and have it.
Fine.
You can get heaps more testosterone.